Hi, welcome to Mobility Monday. My name is Rob. I'm coming to you from the Tiny Gym out of St. Roots Healing. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about a hip flexor exercise or stretch that's really going to target that pelvis region, that quad, that hip flexor that may be giving you problems, especially if you sit all day, you're an athlete that maybe roller skating. I know my pitchers have problems with this, my volleyball players especially. Anybody that does a lot of squatting and a lot of jumping is going to probably have some mobility issues in their hip flexors, and this is really going to help you guys. And again, if you are somebody that sits all day, please, this is why we call it Mobility Minute, is that way we can get on the floor for about a minute and you're done, okay? This exercise, all you really need is you need a chair. Today I've got a bench, but you also need a towel or a pad for your knee. Do not do this without a pad or a knee. Please protect your joints. All we're going to do, this is going to be the harder version of the two. If you have a looser quads, you'll be able to do this. If you're really, really tight, you'll do the regression at the end of the video. Put the foot on the bench or the chair that you have, knee on the ground. You want your knees about 90 degrees out in front of you. And all we're going to do is we're going to stay nice and tall. We are not rocking back and forth, driving that knee over the toe. This really isn't doing anything for our quad or our hip flexor. We want to stay nice and tall. Head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hip, hip over the knee. And we're going to be nice and tall. And all we're going to do is we're basically going to tilt our hips up and we're going to squeeze the glutes. And we're going to hold that position just for a brief second, half second, and we're going to relax it. All you got to think about is taking your hips and almost turning them upward toward your chest, toward your belly button, and that will give you that movement that you want. And you're going to really feel that deep stretch, especially if you've been sitting all day, you're tight. And you're going to do that about 20 times. And then once you get to the 20-second mark or your 20 rep mark, then you're just going to hold that for about 10 seconds and just let a deep breath out, about 2 breaths out, deep inhale, and then a deep breath out, and really let that stretch and that hip flexor relax through that movement. Once you're done, obviously you're going to switch sides. Now, if you've got tight quads, you've got tight hip flexors, don't put your foot on a chair or a bench. You can lower it. You may even be able to do it from a floor position. Leaving the foot on the ground, put the knee on, same position, same movement. I would go ahead, relax the foot down. This will allow your foot to kind of relax a little bit more. And your leg relax a little bit more. But same thing, we're nice and tall, shoulder over hip, hip over knee. We are not rocking back and forth. And we're just gonna rotate that hip. Squeeze the glute, rotate the hip, stay nice and tall. If you want a little deeper stretch through that whole line, we can actually reach across as we squeeze, and you'll get a full stretch through that lateral line of the body. And it doesn't take much. You're not really trying to overexert. Make sure we don't arch back as we reach. We're just giving a slight rotation as we squeeze the glute. And again, we're just going to hold that position at the end for about 10 seconds, and that'll help release that hip flexor. Once you're done, again, go into your workout, go into a nice gentle walk if you've been sitting all day, or go into your other exercises. But this is a great, great drill, great exercise to get those hip flexors moving, get those hip flexors loose before you try to run, before you try to squat, lunge, or if you've been sitting all day, just try to loosen them up. Again, my name is Rob, coming to you from the Tiny Gym out at St. Roots. Guys, have a great Monday.